good day to you all. My name is Mate Odak. I'm a school pedagogue in elementary school Vodice. So our subject today, my lecture today is about teacher competences. So competences are a word that's often used in schools and also in industry. It's like one of the main words. People have a demand for competences this for that. And my goal was to try also to explain to you what competence is. We are always sent to a seminar to get a competence. We are collecting competences. What are competences? What are they made of, in your opinion?
Collection of skills, knowledge.
And third one? We have skills, we have knowledge,
abilities maybe.
Ability, skills are there. There's a third one.
Experience maybe.
Sorry?
Experience maybe.
That's also good. That's experience is also a type of knowledge and skills. There's a third one. Go forward one. It's attitudes. It's attitudes. Can you go back one, please? I have decided out of many definitions of competences. I decided one from the German psychologist who worked in education, Franz Weinert, who has defined competences, cognitive abilities and skills that individuals possess or can learn in order to solve specific problems, as well as the associated motivational, volitional, and social readiness and abilities to effectively and responsibly apply problem solutions in variable situations. That's why, next one, Marina. I have put it in short for my usage: wholeness, knowledge, skills, and attitude. Knowledge is in our brain. The skills is also in brains, but also our bodies. And attitude, it's emotional part. It's an affective part. It goes from our heart to say. Next one, please. So knowledge. This component, like I said, is cognitive, refers to theoretical knowledge and understanding of specific area or skill. It includes knowing facts, concepts, principles, and theories. As we go with each part of the competence, you will see they repeat each other, they build on each other, they're interconnected, intertwined, they simply cannot go with it without each other. Skills, procedural component. This component encompasses practical skills and abilities that an individual possesses in relation to a particular domain. These are the abilities to apply knowledge in a real-world context, perform specific tasks, or solve problems. And the last component, attitude, affective component. Some authors will use also values or motivations. They are not the same, but they go in that area. So, component relates to emotional and motivational aspect of competence. It includes motivation to acquire competence, self-confidence in one's abilities, and positive attitudes toward learning and working on developing competences. Next. Okay, so we have three ingredients. We have knowledge, we have skills, and we have attitudes. How do we mix them? How much of each do we need in our competences? Equal parts, so that's a good solution. Another one?
Knowledge a little, attitude a lot.
Also good. Can I have one more opinion? You will see, I hope at the end you will see that competences are your own. So every answer is a good one. What's within attitude? Okay. When we try to understand something, we often use pictures and images. So and metaphors. So I've decided to see it as a DNA. Which is combined of 4 components DNA. We have 3, and they just go one to another. They connect one to another, build each other, and build our competences. What is the knowledge that you need for your job? Specifically, yes, math. You need to know math. You should know math if you're a math teacher. What else? Okay.
Individual for
Sorry?
specific for each person and teacher, subject, etc.
Okay, yes, that's also a good answer. Knowledge of your subject. In this case, math, we have also English teachers. They should speak English, of course. Knowledge of psychology, educational psychology, development psychology, psychology of learning, and so on. Knowledge of pedagogy, pedagogical knowledge, if you want didactics, methodology, planning of lesson, and so on. I'm not saying that you need to go into in-depth study of each of these things. This is your main. Your subject is your main. These are the things that you learn at university or as you are working. You can, if you just choose education psychology, you can end up with 50 books at home and do not come to any conclusion. But you should have basic grasp on how we learn. Children specifically and also grown up, how we learn, and what stages can kids learn what, and so on. Didactics. If you're a good mathematician and you can take mathematical discoveries and simplify it to explain it to a child, you will enrich his life. That is didactic. It's often defined as the art of making a scientific discovery into educational good. Educational good is everything that enhances our education. Okay, let's go on. Where do our skills come from?
Experience.
Experience, good.
Some are learned, some are innate.
Innate, but we need to develop them, we need to hone them, sharpen them, and on. But to put it in short, I have decided they come from learning and Marina, from learning and doing it and repeating it. You have learned in theory, you have done it in practice, you then reflect on it, back to the drawing board, learn it and do it again, and so on, and you will become better and better. You will even see what is necessary, what is not necessary. You will throw some things away, you will accept new things, and on. Okay. So what skills do teachers need?
Social skills.
That's a good one. Other skills?
Empathy.
That's a good one.
Communication.
Perfect. Okay. I have decided for the skill. No, everything you say is good. You are teachers and you know from your experience what you need. Empathy is really important, but you also need the skill to control your empathy. If you drown yourself in the empathy to a student and then you are not helpful, for example. So I've decided to go with Fundamental Skills by author Chris Kyriakou. You have his book, Fundamental Teaching Skills, if you want to find them. So one is planning and preparation. Let me go back. These skills may seem outdated to you, especially when we are talking education 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 and on, and demands of modern times. But I see them as a fundamental compound skills. As you develop them, you will use also your empathy, communication skill, and other skills. So planning and preparation, skills necessary for selecting intended pedagogical objectives, outcomes, and ways to achieve them most effectively. Lesson delivery, we come to the communication. Then we also come there with IT skills. You need those tools to deliver your lesson. Skills required for successful and engaging students in learning, especially in terms of the quality of instructions. Now, classroom management. Skills needed to organize activities during the lessons to maintain student attention, interest, and participation. We can also add motivation to that. Classroom atmosphere, skills required to develop and maintain a motivational and positive student attitude towards learning. Discipline, in today's world when people say discipline, they think it's bad. They think of 19th century teachers with a ruler with hitting kids. No, the discipline is something that we all need personally. All our gifts, our potentials will not come to this world if we don't have discipline to use them and develop them. Also, the children doesn't mean that you need to be a mean teacher who demands that is quiet in his classroom, but even when you have free thinking, when you have brainstorming, there should be some discipline there. Student assessment, skills needed to assess student progress, including both formative, which aids in the student's development, and summative, which records achievements, assessments. Self-evaluation and reflection, skill necessary to evaluate one's own teaching in order to improve it. Like I said, you will learn something, you will prepare it back home, you will do it in the classroom, you will reflect on it, and you will make it better. It's the general idea, maybe. You will give up on it, but don't give up on your ideas. If they fail first time, maybe something went wrong, they're good ones. Okay. We want to do this one, but we can skip it. Do you want to do it? Do you want to give your opinion? Next to these fundamental skills, what are other skills? Okay, I would like to hear. Hey, what's with an attitude? That's often a question that teachers ask kids when they're in naughty behavior, so to say. The attitude, like I said, it's emotional part. It also can, words are good is motivation or values. It's from where you come personally. Often people want to measure competences. This part makes it impossible to measure because it's really you. It's really that what you are as a teacher or whatever it is that you're doing in your life. It's what you bring to the game, so to say. And your attitudes will have a big influence on you and your work. So Marina, please. So like I said, affective component. So in Weiner, models back to Franz Weiner, the attitudes are considered part of affective component of competences. This means that they are related to emotions, beliefs, values, and attitudes that individuals bring to a particular task or situation. It's a motivational aspect also. They influence that. Attitudes influence individuals' motivation and willingness to engage in learning and problem solving. Positive attitudes can enhance motivation, while negative attitudes can hinder it. Beliefs and value attitudes encompass beliefs and values that shape individuals' approach to learning and problem solving. For example, a student's belief in the importance of education can impact their effort and engagement in learning. Like I said, I often say when kids come with an attitude that it's pointless, they will not learn, no matter what you do. Then it's hard to motivate them. Social emotional competences, attitudes also include social emotional competences such as empathy, self-regulation, and interpersonal skills. These competences are crucial for effective communication and collaboration. Adaptability and resilience. How was your adaptability and resilience during the Corona time? It was hard. You were under stress as a human being. You didn't know what's going on. You were under stress as a teacher. You could not go to your work. You needed to adapt to the new way of teaching. So, attitudes like adaptability and resilience play a role in how individuals respond to a challenge and setbacks. Positive attitude toward learning from mistakes, for instance, can contribute to resilience. Mistakes today, we made a lot of in preparation. Also, could have do my preparation personal better. So have to learn from that to be better. Ethical and moral attitudes. Also, concept acknowledges the importance of ethical and moral attitudes in decision making and problem solving. These attitudes guide individuals in making ethical choices and considering the consequences of their actions. Self-efficiency attitudes include self-efficiency beliefs which influence individuals' confidence in their ability to perform a task. High self-efficiency attitudes can lead to greater effort and persistence. Intrinsic motivation, positive attitudes can foster intrinsic motivation where individuals engage in activities for the inherent satisfaction they derive from them rather than external rewards. Growth mindset. Attitudes like having a growth mindset, which is a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning, can impact individuals' approach to challenges and learning opportunities. There is one word that's important and students often forget is effort. They need to put an effort to it, same as we do. You put a lot of effort to come to the position that you can work in school, and you can also ask that from your students. Not that much, but you can ask. Positive learning environment. Teachers and educators in this model should cultivate positive learning environment that encourages the development of positive attitudes towards learning, problem solving, and self-improvement. Okay, so I said that we have three components, and each of those components, when broken down in smaller parts, you can see each of those things as competences, because it's always there, they're mixing. So do you as a teacher think that you have competences or that you're a competent teacher?
Sometimes one, sometimes the other.
Depends on the day. How it goes.
I will give you a really bad example of bad definition of competence. So I was talking to a friend and he was talking about his competences. He was going here for a seminar, there for a seminar, and I asked him, what are the competences? And he says, it's something that someone gives you and that means that you can do the job. It's not. So nobody can give you competences. It's an effort. You work a lot. You sacrifice a lot. You put a lot of energy. You put a lot of money into those competences or to become a competent teacher. You sometimes have skills that help you. I see teachers as competent. Not somebody who is a sum of different competences, but as a competent teacher, a full person that brings something in the classroom, that brings something to those kids, to the children who have natural ability to learn, who have a need to learn, to develop, who have a need for structure, who have a need for communication with other human beings. And teachers are competent, they are also role models. They are fully there. They are not partially 1 foot in the classroom and 1 foot outside. It can come to that when teachers are tired and don't have a will anymore, but that's a bad scenario. Does anybody want to add something to it? I know it was a little bit dry, the presentation. I'm more of a discussion person.
It's fine, it's perfect.
Okay, thank you very much. Next time I will do it better, I think. I should stand behind my words. Thank you very much.